Hello, welcome back to the Beastlands. I'm Castle, and this is my stupid face. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us once again as we journey deeper into the forgotten lands known as Memoland. We're going to do a quick recap, but I'd like you to know that we're currently holding a contest. It is an art contest. Any kind of fantasy art is welcome. We don't currently have that many applicants, meaning it's going to be really easy for you to win. So drop us an email with your application to Call of the Beastlands at google.com. Without further ado, here's our show.
And if they turn around and see me, I'll freeze like I'm a gargoyle.
They do turn around and look, indeed, but they don't see you. And they don't see Todiak. They say, all right, well, that's the worst fucking thing that could have possibly happened. And another one of them says, shut up. We just have to pray for the best. Maybe Project Rebirth just hit a snag. Maybe there are more people in stasis. We might be able to pull this off yet. We just have to trust him. And I say, or another one's like, what about 2? You think he's turned? He's like, Zimmer's like, I believe so. He seems overly sympathetic with the former test subjects. This won't end well. I don't know. And they walk through the blast doors, because they're walking down this hallway. Say it doesn't look like they've broken into any of the other labs yet. That's good. The archive's safe, probably. Although, who knows? Something happened to the other researchers. Oh, yeah, why am I saying this? You can't understand Gnomish.
Yeah, I know. Why? I'm like,
Oh, I am just stupid.
I'd like to listen for keywords that are said a lot and ask what they mean when I get back.
All right, well, let a roll handle that. In the meantime, forget I said any of that, I guess. We'll cut it out of the show. I don't know.
Wait, what did we say?
Exactly.
he said something about a cheeseburger and a large fry and a milkshake.
Yep.
What? Milkshake.
That's the one. The milkshake that brings all the boys to the yard. Duh. Don't you even listen?
That was good. That was good.
Anyway, so they go through the blast door and it leads to like a cafeteria type area. It seems to be in pretty good condition, except for one table that's been flipped over. Area looks pretty clean though. There's no food anywhere, which Todier, you're already like looking around for, even though you just ate. You're like, we're gonna find some more food around here. No, fridge is empty. And then they they go towards another blast door that opens up, and it's like a dormitory. There's just doors on either side of this hallway that go down, and that turns at the end. And they split up and go to individual rooms. They seem to live in the same block, so to speak. And they close the doors behind them. Do you like stay behind any one of them? Try and get in one of the rooms?
I'm assuming they're grabbing clothes, so I'm just gonna stay right outside their doors.
Cool. So yeah, like 5 minutes later, they meet back up outside, and they start walking down the hallway towards the generator room.
Am I in the right spot? Like, I'm trying to move my character along with this, but...
Oh no, that we're not on this screen anymore.
Oh, okay. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't even looking at your character. No, you've gone all the way to the bottom of the screen, past that blast door.
Okay, where am I in relation to Todier?
You can't tell because he's invisible. But you have managed to get through the blast door and dodge their glances through the cafeteria and spied them going into the dormitories and are now posted behind like a crate watching them go down a hallway. You know what I mean? Just kind of like shadowing.
Yeah.
But you can't tell where Todier is because he's not just sneaking, he's invisible.
Does that give me
I
advantage on
smell
my
him?
stealth rolls?
It's the stealth in this case is for sound. Like you're all automatically going to pass vision-based perception checks. You're invisible.
Okay.
If they're just looking for you, then they're not going to see you. But if they're like, I listen for enemies, like you guys can do, you know,
Can I smell him?
that kind of thing. Yeah, you can still use other senses. Oh, can you smell him? Give me a perception check.
Well, I know the answer to this already. Forget that.
You got to beat a 20, so.
Yeah. I haven't rolled anything above a 6, and I don't know when.
You see what I mean, Todier? This, since you're invisible, he's got to use other senses, and he's got a heightened sense of smell, don't you?
That's pretty good.
Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, no, you pick up a definite whiff of what passes for insect BO.
I'm not
Did they wait until they were way far away to have their little conversation?
Oh yeah,
Because I remembered I have advantage on hearing.
Yep.
But if they were away.
yeah. They waited until they were past like the third laboratory, closer to the door, to start whispering.
Well, if I know he's in the area, I'll just keep shadowing the gnomes.
Yeah, so they take off towards like a much bigger blast door that takes them a minute to open. It's like partially jammed. And they go on in and they start fiddling with the machinery, doing incomprehensible things. You're like, what is that piece? What does that do? What are they doing to it? I have no fucking idea what I'm looking at.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah, right? But it's a lot of metal, a lot of moving parts, and it's pretty loud in here.
I'll just sit and watch.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. So a fourth gnome joins the group. He doesn't seem to be noticed by the other three yet. But he's got like a red colored mutton chop look to him. And he grabs a wrench and starts working. A couple minutes go by and one of them looks over and sees him, is like, it's like, McDuff, how long have you? Oh, you can't understand them. Right. Got to remember that shit. Don't use words, nonverbal. Gotcha. You're acting surprised and then just like puts up his hands like questioningly. And the other one says some words, and then the other two join in and they start talking and surprised banter, and he seems to be placating them, and then they go to work.
Okay,
And they're fixing the generator.
I do my best to understand what they're trying to say, and I'm thinking to myself, why are they talking about fish? Okay.
Yeah. It's like there's no water down here. What are they doing? Was that what was on the menu the last day of band camp? Anyway,
Or maybe they just celebrated Fishmas.
yeah. You're like, do they have Fishmas back then? Good question. Let's
I'm
see.
not sure what else to do here other than watch.
Yep. Just a second. Oh, crap. You.
All right. Well, after they left, I would have put up the tiny hut just for extra security.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Use another spell slot. No, that one's ritual, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, no, you can't really tell what they're doing. At one point, two of them split up to go into an adjoining chamber with some other machinery and work on that. The newcomer goes with one of the other guys. Um,
I'm gonna
what
follow,
do you?
I'm gonna
You're
follow
gonna
the newcomer because I don't trust that he's just here.
Okay. So, yeah, you follow them, and at one point, he looks back, and you could swear he's looking right at you, and he just shakes his head and gets back to work. Nothing particularly nefarious happens here. They just seem to be working, and you quickly get bored after about an hour of it. But you're staking out.
Coming up on my hour, I'm gonna leave and go back to the group so I don't become not invisible.
There. Ascites, are you remaining on stakeout?
Yeah,
You sense that Todier has left your presence.
I'm fighting a strong urge to start singing.
Oh. Anyway, yeah. So, like, you notice things. You're a rogue. You're like, on the material side of things. You notice that they have some like rare, strange-looking tools, and one of them in particular has been whipping out this roll of fabric that's about 3 inches wide, and he's ripping off pieces of it and putting it on like holes and binding things together with it.
Well, that's interesting.
Indeed.
Really?
But other than that, this scene is as described. Ascites, please give me a perception check, actually. What was that? 14?
Yeah.
Okay. So a while later, the newcomer comes back and gets back to work in the main room, and the other one doesn't come out.
Two went in, one came out. Can I check the room he came out of?
You can, yeah.
Do I see anything in there?
Just machines.
Uh,
You could maybe investigate if you want to look further. You definitely don't see the gnome or a corpse.
I'll investigate the room.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. Hey, that's not too bad. There's a couple splecks of blood, but you can't find any corpse. There is the slight signs of a scuffle, though.
Which one came out? The newcomer or the one of the older?
The newcomer.
I'll keep searching the room for remains or any sign of the other gnome anywhere. And if I've searched the entire room and can't find him, I'll go back out and very intently watch what's going on.
Hmm. Right, so they think they're starting to get it under control by the looks of it. And one of them calls out the name of the one that's missing. And then when there's no answer, like yells it again, and then moves to go and investigate, and moves into the other chamber. And while he's gone, the newcomer looks right at you and then looks back at his comrade and goes to plunge a hand through his back. Let's see.
Well, if he's doing that, I'm going to jump up on the nearest crate and fire my longbow at him.
All right, just give me a second. So yeah, this creature's arm turns into like a barbed, bony tentacle and plunges into the back of this mechanic. And he lets out a wordless cry, soundless. It looks like it pierced lungs. And you fire an arrow at it, breaking your stealth. Go ahead and give me an attack. Okay, so an arrow sticks in it, and it barely even reacts to your presence. Um, it its body opens up into a grotesque amalgamation of biomass, and it absorbs the body of the creature, or the body of the engineer. It's definitely not a gnome. This thing is horrifying. It's got bony spurs and tentacles and mouths coming off of it in places where there shouldn't be any. at all. And it just fucking absorbs this gnome into its body, about the same size as it, and it doubles in size briefly, and then rips itself in half. And the head of the creature crawls off with like spider legs all over it, and jumps onto the ceiling. What do you do?
I'm gonna dash out the door and let out the biggest roar I can.
Okay.
And I'm gonna head back toward where the party is resting, and I'm going to growl the whole way there.
Yeah, you start sprinting off and yowling, and you go through the blast doors going out. Yeah. This is where I didn't think too far ahead, because Todier, on your way back to, the party, you realize that there's a blast door that is sealed between you and the party. They had access to it. So when Ascites comes running down yowling, you find yourself in the cafeteria surrounded by blast doors.
And so I'm visible now and he can see me, right?
Yeah.
What's going on?
And you're like, fuck, how do I get out of here?
How much time has passed at this point?
Over an hour. Probably an hour and 20 minutes, maybe.
Are they okay?
I'm gonna ask the rest of the party that's here if anyone can communicate over long distances.
We'll do that after we come back.
You know who can communicate over long distances? Me! Call for with my visage and yell. Anything within 600 feet, right?
Well, blast doors tend to dampen a little bit of sound.
But
but
Are me and Todier on the same side of the blast doors?
yeah, you are.
Okay.
At least you're not alone, right? But yeah, I honestly didn't think about it until you turned around to go back, and then I was like, wait, they got in because they were following the gnomes who had clearance. So,
Well, I mean, if I had to, I'd run away and be as quiet as possible and hide, but this is obviously something more than one person can handle.
well, I'll tell you what, when we come back, you could maybe try to use your thieves' tools to mess with the keypad.
Well, I watch your back.
Okay.
All right. Ascites, you come running up on Todier, who's trying desperately to figure out how to open this door. Well, not desperately. He's just like, fuck, I'm locked in. We didn't think of this.
I tell him, well, I can try to use my thieves' tools to open the door, but there's something nasty following me, and I'm not sure what it is. So, if we don't get the door open, prepare for a vicious fight.
You can hear some yelling coming from the crew quarters. And a few moments later, you can see one of the gnomes running at you guys, screaming, "It's right behind me! Open the door!" Oh, what? Never mind. He goes running past you, and he puts his hand on the pad and opens it up. And another gnome comes running down the hall. He's like, "Wait! He's not real! Please! He'll kill us all!" And as he's running towards you guys, the first guy's freaking out like, "Wait, I saw you die. This isn't real. And then the third gnome comes running out. He's like, imposters!
Is any
I
of
just look
them
at Toady A and say, I have no idea what's going on here.
Are any of them the mutton chops one?
No.
I call forth my visage and scream to the rest of the party. We have a problem!
Um.
The door opened, so...
Oh, yeah. Well, you guys would hear that. It booms down that hallway and underneath the door that is dug out. Yeah.
I'm gonna start running.
Dirk and you.
Run. Do.
Yeah. So you guys start running down this hallway, and you can see the gnomes like reacting in fear and desperation, yelling at each other, and like, yeah, it's just chaos.
So is the door still closed? Did I miss something?
No, it's open.
Oh.
Yeah. The party is running down the hall towards you guys. The gnomes are like trying to get you guys to believe them individually. Everyone's accusing everyone of being a monster in disguise. Well, of the gnomes anyway.
Can I grab the one that opened the door and just hold him over my head? Because I trust him the most since he opened the door. I'm safe from the others.
You pick him up and he wriggles in fear and perceived pain. Sorry, go ahead, you.
I have an idea.
I also have an idea, which is detect evil
and
and
I
good.
have an idea too. Okay.
Let's
Does
see if magic
anyone
can take
have
care of this
anything
first.
to write with?
We have a scribe on deck. His name is Tage.
Can you hand each of these people a piece of paper?
Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. So first you got to calm them down enough because they are freaking out.
Okay, something has gone awry, but calm down, everyone. We'll get to the bottom of it.
Your accent changed.
Calm down, everyone.
Was
I'm
a
not trying
sound.
to hurt you. I'm trying to help you.
So we're back up with. We're all together.
Yeah, you're all together.
Okay.
To see the wizard. Gizzard.
It's like, no, you don't understand. We're all gonna die. It's like,
Is there
fuck yeah, we're all
translate
gonna die.
going-
You're gonna kill us. And it's like, huh, you're one to talk, you fucking bio experiment gone wrong.
I let out a roar that would make anybody pee their pants. And
What's that?
I said I let out a roar that would make anybody pee their pants.
Can
And
you
I
roll
Wow.
persuasion?
I tell the group what I saw in the room with the
Hold on,
No.
before you go on, can I get an intimidation check from you?
hold
Come
what
on, 2.
I didn't roll 20 go. Oh, hang on.
You like a roar that can make everyone shit their pants, okay? You want attention, you want to use intimidation
You
to
get
get it.
Hey,
You got a 23. So yeah, all right, sorry, continue.
Okay. I tell the party what I saw and what the creature did, and 2 of the gnomes are dead, and only 1 is still alive. Now, what I would like to do is smell these 3 things and see which one smells like the bio freak, and
Okay.
And which one smells like a gnome?
Go ahead.
Perception?
Yes.
Hey.
Okay. You cannot tell a difference.
Can I try my writing test?
Yes.
Okay. 3 of you should know my name. If you can write down my name and 2 of my other comrades, then we'll know. Dirk.
Yeah.
Don't fall asleep.
Go long rest.
Okay.
Time.
Let's see. So, yeah, they've calmed down enough and they're eyeballing each other, but they take the paper. They're sitting down, and you guys got weapons drawn and shit, I assume.
I hand out writing utensils.
Okay, writing utensils and paper. The wizard would have, obviously.
Everybody's got weapons drawn, and the wizard has paper.
And they're like making sure no one's peeking and like writing down, and they give you the slips of paper. And all 3 of them say 2 for your name, and all of the other names are wrong on all of them. Most of them are descriptive, like goat face or bird brain or trash panda.
I mean, when I was created, I was sent out with a group of Warforged. What were at least 2 of their names?
Well, that's... I mean, come on. Anyone... No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's amazing. I got the same combination on my luggage.
I thought you people were supposed to be smart.
You have no idea what you're talking about, animal.
Did my detect evil and good not?
Oh, I'm sorry. I circle back to that. You cast it. You're not picking up any readings. That means that whatever this is, it's not an undead, fey, fiend, elemental, or celestial.
What about aberration?
Is aberration on the list?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Sure enough, 2 of them are aberrations.
If there's a place or object in 30 feet, there's been... wait. As well as where the creature's located. So I can pick out...
Yeah. So,
So are they just lined up right now?
No, they're facing each other in chairs is what is the image in my mind. The 2 of them obviously are desperately trying to get you to think that they're real.
I'm just gonna walk over to Todier and just like, hey, you see that one? Just go behind that one.
Points out mustache guy and yeah.
Follow my lead.
You know I'm holding one above my head, right?
Yep. That one's fake.
Which I was gonna ask, which one am I holding?
No, Dr. Zimler is the only one that is still alive.
Can I hear Lesk say that to Todier?
I don't know.
I'm whispering this right next to Todier. So, I don't know.
I have very good hearing.
I mean, okay. If you want to do this, then stealth versus perception.
I mean, I don't mind.
I get advantage on this.
Yeah.
Heavy armor?
Heavy
Well, it's
armor.
a 10.
Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't have even given you disadvantage for that because it's not like you're trying to move silently. You're just trying to speak silently.
Either way, it's a 10.
Yeah, I
You
feel you.
speak silently. You're
yeah.
not speaking at all.
He can hear you. It's like you're far enough away for it to be a whisper. You know what I mean? But he's an owl, so I'll give it to him.
So I'm gonna do as he says.
Why? What relevance did you hearing that have?
Well, I was just going to say follow my lead and then literally grab the one. I was going to point him, get him to stand behind one of them. Then I was going to stand behind another one, grab them, and be like, "These two are fake."
Wait, but I'm holding a fake one,
going
right?
to be the
So
plan.
Yeah, you're holding a fake
I'm
one.
holding
All
one of
right,
the
well
fake
then I
ones
just
already.
walk over to the other fake one and just be like, "We have the fake ones."
Yeah, Dr. Zimmer's like, oh, thank the gods.
Protect the
Yeah.
doctor.
He like walked away towards the kitchen to try and
No.
rifle for him.
Doctor, you're not safe.
I'm gonna look
The other
him
two were like,
directly in the eye and say, "I told you so."
the other two are like, no, you're making a mistake. You're making a huge mistake. And it fucking like starts sprouting barbs. Lesk, go ahead and give me a hold on. I got to do this correctly. Yeah. I love that you guys grappled the strange aberrant monsters. That's just, I mean, it's great.
It's great. It is.
Is good. Is good.
Mm-hmm. So is the destructive wave that'll be coming shortly afterwards.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe.
Let's see. It's hard to imagine, like, on a scale. Is anyone around you guys? I imagine, like, you're at least 10 feet away from other people.
I guess we should probably position ourselves properly. Where was this all being done?
In the cafeteria. You can imagine, like, a cafeteria with tables and shit.
We just use this room with the red tables as the cafeteria.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah, that's
There's
a pretty
poop
good
on these
idea.
tables.
So
The
I'm
room with the red
imagining,
tape.
We'd be by the door, and they might still be in the hallway looking in on us, or something similar to that, because we were in the doorway, and all the gnomes were running around freaking out, and I grabbed one, and then you grabbed one, so they're probably still in the hallway.
Yeah. I imagine that it's bigger than this, but,
Yeah,
we'll run with it. So everyone go ahead and place your tokens down there, I guess.
Which room is the cafeteria?
Be like right here, just down
It's-
here. Are you seeing my ping?
Oh,
Yeah, towards the middle of the map.
Yeah.
We're just gonna treat
Okay.
this as the cafeteria.
I see it.
Yep. I unfortunately did not drop the entire complex, but
Mhm.
like this is a pretty big map, so anyway, so y'all are in this cafeteria, right? And this thing starts like sprouting spikes, and its mouth elongates and a long lashing tongue whips out. This is the one that Todier is holding above him.
Seeing this, can I speak my gauntlet's activation word and extend him out onto the 10-foot ends of them, and still have him grappled?
I mean, they're kind of getting the drop on you in particular.
Okay.
So this will be a surprise round. Yeah, and Lesk too. You had no idea what you were fucking with. So let's see. Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. So it's going to latch on to you with a mouth that sprouts from its chest. To reach down at you from its grapple. And the tongue is going to lash down and try and whip at you as well. And it's covered in little spikes. Let's see. I don't really think these guys can hit you. But worth a shot. 12 to hit, followed by a 12 to hit.
Yeah, neither of those would hit, even if I didn't have my.
Well, that one was against Todier.
Oh.
It's going to do the same thing to you, though, Lesk. The first one is going to be a 12. Like, yeah. It reaches down to try and bite you with its elongated mouth, which the teeth are currently extending in front of your eyes, but you hold it back. And its arm turns into a tentacle and whips at you, but your shield catches it. What do you guys do?
Now can I
don't
extend
know,
it
they're
on the
kinda
ends
cute.
of my gauntlet?
Yes, you can.
Okay, and then I'm gonna slam it into the fucking ground.
Okay.
No, can't we keep them?
Oh, which side is the creature on?
Give me an unarmed attack, Todier. Sorry, what? Oh, the creatures? Let me just drop generic tokens.
And unarmed? Well, I'm swinging with the balance? Because he's on the end of the balance. Toadie's balance. So.
Yeah. What was your question, Jacob?
An unarmed strike or with the balance? Because he's on the end of it. So.
Oh, yeah, with balance.
Okay.
I'm used to just saying that because you're a monk, you know? All right. Blam, blam! You slam him into the ground. It shrieks louder. Actually, everyone go ahead and give me a... Wisdom saving throw. Everyone within 20 feet of one of these creatures. Yeah, so that's everybody.
I have crazy wisdom.
Oh, except for
saving
you.
throw, I just
I gain
realized.
advantage.
I'm
for
not
my,
20 feet,
visage.
thankfully.
Okay. So I think everyone succeeds that. So yeah, you slam it into the ground a couple times, and it just lets out some shrieks that kind of hurt your ears. And it also, as a reaction, is going to spit a glob of foul-smelling mucus at you. And it's going to burst in an explosion of inky chemicals. You and also Lesk need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yikes.
I need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Negative. It was a glob he spat at Todier, and it
Oh.
splattered at Lesk.
You said Todier. Okay.
Sorry.
So you need one from me.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Dexterity save. So you saved, but Lesk got hit in the face with some of this foul-smelling chemical glob, and it's blinding you. It hurts your eyes, and you cannot see
That's not good.
until its next turn. The end of its next turn.
I'm still holding on to it though. I never dropped it, right?
Holding on to the other one. This was the one that Todier just slammed
Oh,
into the ground.
okay. I see. Well then I will gore it with my Thorns O Thunder.
Horns of Thunder!
I'm just gonna literally headbutt it in my grasp.
Cool.
Would I get advantage to attack? What are the rules when you go to grapple something?
It's literally stops them from moving, and you can move them with half of your movement.
Gotcha. That's it. All right. Well, it's
Yeah,
only 11.
like if you like then take steps to restrain it, like maybe I don't know, rope or chains or whatever, then they have disadvantage to all checks and all attacks and everything, and can't move, and yeah. But I mean, these things seem to morph in some way, so that's me. The Horns of Thunder, miss.
No, not the Horns of Thunder.
It just splits down the middle. The head actually splitting, and you can see brains, and it goes even further down into the upper chest, and your headbutt like goes in between the gap, and it's growing teeth rapidly to try and bite down on your head. This is what it's going to try and do on its turn. But in the meantime, as a legendary action, it's going to drop its legs. And by that, I mean tentacles are going to spread out of its abdomen and tear its bottom half off of its body. And it drops to the ground, writhing and turning into like a dog-like shape. Yeah.
I still have my bonus action, so I'm gonna look at the professor one and just point and go, run! And see if I can't get the message through.
He starts booking it the way that you came. I mean, you know, to the lab where you found him.
Follow us on all major social media, Discord, Twitch, and as always, thank you for joining us.
See you tomorrow at 4.